Well, every move that Governor Tim Walz has made is now under the microscope now that he's a vice presidential candidate.
Fox 9's Corin Hoggard heard from several people today, including business owners critical of the governor's COVID lockdown decisions and students who thought he was great. Well, Corin's live at the Capitol now, and we're finding out Walz has plenty of political detractors, but he also has plenty of allies willing to defend him. Corin, what'd you find out today?
Yeah, Randy and Kelsey, the governor definitely under a lot of scrutiny since he stepped onto the national stage, and that includes a lot of revisiting of all of his COVID-19 lockdown decisions. But he does also have quite a few former students who are stepping into the frame and praising him.
Tim Walz didn't start delivering one-liners when he became a politician.
He was the first person I heard coin the term, "who put the nickel in you?" I must have been chatty that day.
His students remember him for a lot more than dad jokes, though. They say he made them feel safe and helped them learn important lessons in school and in life.
We talk about inequities, we talk about disparities, and he was that person that said there don't need to be differences. How do we stand up to the bullies?
All but one of these former students admit they planned to vote Democrat before Vice President Kamala Harris chose Walz as a running mate. But the choice swayed independent voter Dan Clement.
A lot of the other stuff that I may agree with, may not agree with, gets thrown out the window when it comes to Coach Walz. That man did a lot for me in my life.
Of course, teacher and governor are much different jobs, and Governor Walz angered a lot of Minnesota business owners by ordering closures during COVID. Bar owners especially still question his decisions that protected businesses deemed essential while theirs went under.
When I faced these tyrannical leaders, if you will, there were no rights. I was stripped of all due process. I was even stripped of my defense in a court of law, an American court of law.
Lisa Hansen actually had her day in court, and a judge punished her more harshly than prosecutors had asked. She also lost her appeal. Social media claims in the last 24 hours show video of the National Guard in Minneapolis, and posters are claiming they were ordered there by Walz to ensure residents adhered to COVID-19 lockdown orders. That is not true. The videos are from late May 2020 when there were riots after George Floyd's murder. In 2022, Walz defended his decisions but acknowledged to Fox 9 that closing non-essential businesses and keeping kids away from schools were imperfect solutions to near impossible problems.
There was going to be no good outcome, if you will, of COVID other than protect as many lives as you could.
And his former students say Walz hasn't changed a bit. His instinct to protect people shined through at Mankato West and throughout his political career.
It's fantastic to see. He hasn't let it go to his head. And just one more thing, go Scarlets!
Those Mankato West alumni will be campaigning for and fundraising for the Harris-Walz campaign, both here in Minnesota and in swing states. Live at the governor's office, Corin Hoggard, Fox 9.